You won't believe this. A deserter got caught by 2 guys without a fight. What a goof. The 3 knew that little Choi's tough military life was just beginning again. But out of kindness, Junho gave his mom a call. What a good egg. He tried to yank his brother's pants down and got refused. The confused look on his face was priceless, and he quickly apologized. What a scene. Then, the heartbreaking scene unfolded again. These bullies really know how to go hard. In the Korean military, this kind of thing happens almost daily. But today, the soldier being beaten finally snipped him. He used to be the sweetest guy in the army, but warm blood splattered on his face made him feel a thrill like never before. He just kept going. Iraqi behind him spoiled the moment. A desperate man stood up, crossed the line, and officially left as a deserter. Thus began the saddest chapter of this tale. Cops. Kao Seung-pyo has turned into a deserter, undoubtedly the very last scenario Junho wanted to witness. It's truly beyond frustrating. As a military bullying victim, he knew the reasons best. But Yu Il-gang, the injured vet, was badly hurt. The local task force obeyed orders. The higher-ups wanted to blow it out of proportion. Once the cops found out, the media would swarm in. What a headache. This meant the best scenario was the DP team fetching him. No one wants Kao Seung-pyo to suffer for losers. Just like any regular chase, the duo started with friends and quickly found Kao Seung-pyo's art school before enlistment. What a charming place. The students and teachers called him Mr. Funk, and he remained all smiles, never losing his cool. Before he left, the girl, Sonia, handed Junho Kao Seung-pyo's cloud account info. Such a sweetheart. I have no idea what's going on, please help me. Meanwhile, in Tachung City, Lai Jiang was pursuing Kao Seung-pyo, his anime buddy in the military. They often hit up conventions during holidays. The last time they met, Kao Seung-pyo looked off such a worry. He accidentally bumped into a passerby, and Little Pang was furious like, what the heck? Little Pang had never seen Kao Seung-pyo like this. Junho was just dying to know what went down that day. Finally, from Yu Il-gang, he got the last straw to break the camel's back, flashing back to the day Hugh and Zhang discharged. Friends gathered to send her off. It's a military tradition to smile and forgive at farewells. But seeing Hugh and Zhang's hand, Kao Seung-pyo's humiliating past flooded back. How dare this jerk do that? He snapped and yanked Hugh and Zhang back as she tried to leave. What a comedy moment. He wanted her to seriously apologize, but she seemed confused and just giggled, saying sorry to Kao Seung-pyo. What a tragicomedy. Perhaps from this moment, Kao Seung-pyo's seed of revenge took root until escaping the army. It was reversible. Act now. Junho found Kao Seung-pyo uploaded a violent revenge sketch 2 hours ago, targeting Hugh and Zhang next. He rushed to the bus station, and sure enough, he found him there. Talk about a bad luck charm. Junho raised his hands and approached slowly, but Kao Seung-pyo was so dejected this guy was in the dumps. He bolted out the window, dived into the crowd, causing a ruckus, bumped into a stroller but kept apologizing. What a clown. But this gentle soul was pushed to the brink by bullies. How tragic. Now the cops were involved, and DP team got ordered back. Junho couldn't leave it alone, seizing a bathroom break to hop on a bus. Lai was also busy trying to catch military trucks, borrowing a modded cart around them, while Hugh and Zhang, clueless about the danger ahead, was working hard at a convenience store. Daily scolded by the boss, without the halo of a sergeant, the former bully had turned into a little lamb. Late at night, returning to his tiny apartment, he realized life outside the military was almost prison-like. Suddenly, there was a knock at the door. Thank goodness it wasn't Kao Seung-pyo, or he'd be even more anxious. Junho jumped in first to warn Hugh and Zhang, but she brushed him off and locked him out before he finished. You've got to be kidding. He worried Kao Seung-pyo might lose it and cause irreversible harm. Just as he wondered if Seung-pyo had changed his mind, that familiar figure showed up. Junho and Kao Seung-pyo tussled in the elevator, but he was prepared. Pulling out a taser, he took Junho down. What a last resort. Opening the door, he found the room empty. What a letdown. The next second, Hugh and Zhang appeared behind him out of nowhere. With one hit, Kao Seung-pyo went down, but he felt no regret. What a frustrating moment. He just waited there. And as Hugh and Zhang reacted, Kao Seung-pyo suddenly turned and left unexpected. The look in his eyes was Oscar-worthy. His mind broke down completely as he lost it and started to self-harm. Heartbreaking. Once back at the underground station, Lai was already lurking there. Talk about tension. He kept waiting, making everyone anxious as they anticipated what would happen next. Still waiting. It was nerve-wracking, all anxious for his moment to come. On the bus back to the base, he had calmed down, but his eyes burned with resentment. Yao Zhong completely understood. But killing isn't the only way to seek revenge. Do you think they'll reflect on their lives before dying? They'll just go out like that. Unfortunately, for the tortured Kao Seung-pyo, any explanation seemed weak. He pulled out 2 lighters. What's he gonna do? Stuffed in but his mouth, taped shut, pounding jaw. Anxious moment. Once you understand his past, you'll think this level of abuse was just the tip of the iceberg. In China, a top soldier gets infinite respect and glory, but in a bullying-filled army in Korea, well, all your achievements mean squat.